Imagine the sensation of shouting into a void. You are standing in the middle of a room, your lungs burning, your voice cracking with the effort of trying to be heard, but the person standing right in front of you does not even blink. She looks through you as if you are made of glass. You feel the crushing weight of your own insignificance pressing down on your chest like a stone slab. You have spent weeks, months, perhaps years, pouring your energy into this abyss. You have been always there. You have been the shoulder to cry on, the rapid reply, the safety net, the constant, unwavering presence. You thought this was devotion. You thought this was how you proved your worth. But all you have proven is that you are cheap. All you have proven is that your attention is a resource so abundant that it has lost all value. You feel the bitterness rising in your throat, the acid taste of resentment, because you know, deep down, that you are being taken for granted. You are the air she breathes, essential perhaps, but utterly unnoticed until it is gone. And right now, you are suffocating her. If you are ready to stop being the invisible servant and start being the man whose absence shakes the foundations of her reality, your journey begins right now. This is not a request for you to join a club. It is a summons to a war for your own dignity. Subscribe to the channel. Leave the legion of the forgotten and enter the ranks of the remembered. If you have the will to cut the cord, stay. If you prefer the comfort of your chains, leave. You must understand the fundamental economic law that governs human emotion. It is a law as old as time, as immutable as gravity. It is the law of supply and demand. In the marketplace of desire, value is driven by scarcity. Gold is valuable because it is rare. If diamonds rained from the sky like water, we would sweep them into the gutter. You have made yourself rain. You have flooded the market with your presence. You believe that love is about giving more, showing up more, trying harder. This is the lie that keeps you on your knees. The truth is that humans are biologically wired to ignore what is constant. We only notice changes in our environment. We only notice what is taken away. By being constantly available, you have deprived her of the ability to miss you. You have deprived her of the anxiety that breeds passion. You have become a piece of furniture in her life, comfortable, reliable, and completely invisible. To regain your power, you must not do more. You must do less. You must master the walk-away method. This is not a tantrum. The weak man threatens to leave. He makes a scene. He screams, he cries, he lists all the ways he has been mistreated. He is begging for a reaction. He is hoping that if he makes enough noise, she will finally see him. This is pathetic. This is weakness disguised as anger. The strategist does not threaten. The strategist does not negotiate. The strategist simply vanishes. The walk-away method is a cold, calculated withdrawal of your energy. It is the realization that the only winning move in a rigged game is to stand up and leave the table. The first principle of this method is the silent pivot. The weak man announces his departure. He writes long paragraphs explaining his feelings, hoping for closure, hoping she will argue with him and ask him to stay. He wants the validation of being stopped. You will not do this. You will simply stop. Stop initiating the texts. Stop liking the posts. Stop asking to see her. Stop offering your help. Do not explain why. Explanations are for subordinates. When you explain, you are submitting your actions to her judgment. You are asking her to understand you. The sovereign man does not need to be understood, he needs to be respected. When you simply stop the machinery of your attention, you create a vacuum. The sudden silence is louder than any scream. It forces her to confront the reality of your absence without the cushion of your words. She will check her phone, expecting the usual morning message. It will not be there. She will wait for the usual check-in. It will not come. This silence is the soil in which her obsession will grow. The second principle is the removal of the safety net. You have likely been her emotional crutch. When she has a bad day, she calls you. When she is bored, she texts you. You validate her. You pump up her ego. You must sever this supply line. When she reaches out, and she will reach out when she notices the silence, you must not return to your old setting. You must remain distant. The weak man is so relieved to hear from her that he vomits his affection all over her the moment she says hello. He thinks, finally, she is paying attention. This is a trap. She is just checking to see if the appliance still works. She is flicking the light switch to see if the bulb comes on. Do not light up. Keep the conversation short. Keep it polite but cold. Use one-word answers. Take hours to reply. Show her that access to your inner world is a privilege she has lost. You are no longer the therapist or the fan. You are a stranger. This withdrawal of emotional intimacy is painful for her. It forces her to realize that your support was not a right, but a gift. A gift she squandered. The third principle is the physical disappearance. In the digital age, we think absence is just not texting. But true power comes from being physically unreachable. The weak man sits at home, waiting. He is available. If she calls and says she wants to see him, he cancels his plans. He jumps. You will become a ghost. Fill your schedule. Go to the gym. Go to work. Go out with other friends. When she asks to see you, you are busy. You are not punishing her, you are prioritizing yourself. This is a critical distinction. Punishment is about her, prioritization is about you. You are building a life that is so full, so compelling, so driven by purpose, that she is no longer the main character. She is barely an extra. When she realizes that you are out in the world, growing, becoming stronger, meeting new people, and living without her, the fear of loss kicks in. She realizes that while she was ignoring you, you were evolving. She realizes that you are moving on. Nothing triggers the female instinct to chase more than the sight of a man's back as he walks away toward a better future. The fourth principle is the refusal to negotiate the return. Eventually, the pressure of your absence will break her composure. She will demand to know what is wrong. She will ask why you are being distant. She might even accuse you of being mean. The weak man crumbles here. He apologizes. He says he was just trying to get her attention. He reveals the ploy. You must hold the frame. You simply tell her that you have been focusing on yourself. You tell her that you have been reevaluating where you spend your time. You say it calmly, without malice. You do not ask for her to change. You do not ask for her to love you. You project the energy that you are perfectly fine without her. This indifference is the ultimate power move. It shows that your happiness is self-sourced. It shows that you are not dependent on her approval. If she wants to be in your life, she has to earn her spot back. She has to climb the mountain you have built. You do not lower the rope. She must climb that. As you execute this method, you will feel a shift in your own psychology. The anxiety that used to plague you, the constant checking of the phone, the desperation, will evaporate. It will be replaced by a cold, steel-like calm. You will realize that you are not afraid of losing her anymore. You will realize that the thing you were terrified of, her absence, is actually the source of your strength. You are reclaiming your energy. You are taking back the pieces of your soul that you gave away. You will feel lighter. You will feel taller. You will walk into a room and feel like the prize, not the contestant. You will observe her behavior change. The woman who was too busy to text back will suddenly become the woman who sends double texts. The woman who was always tired will suddenly find the energy to drive to your house. The woman who was indifferent will become anxious, attentive, and eager to please. She is reacting to the vacuum. She is trying to pull you back. But you must not go back easily. You must not slide back into the role of the servant. You must maintain your sovereignty. You must keep the distance. You must let her chase. There is a dark truth here that you must accept. It is possible that when you walk away, she will let you go. It is possible that she will not chase. And this, my friend, is the greatest victory of all. Because if you walk away and she does not follow, you have lost nothing but a parasite. You have lost nothing but an illusion. You have gained your freedom. You have gained the truth. You have stopped watering a dead plant. The walk-away method is not a manipulation trick to get her back, it is a philosophy of self-respect to get yourself back. It is the declaration that you will no longer accept crumbs. It is the understanding that you would rather walk alone in the desert of truth than drink from the poisoned well of false hope. Imagine the feeling of walking away. Imagine turning your back on the source of your pain. Imagine the wind on your face as you step into a new horizon. You do not look back. You do not hesitate. You just walk. One step. Then another. With each step, you become stronger. With each step, you become more dangerous. With each step, you become the man you were meant to be. The man who does not need. The man who chooses. The power is in your feet. It has always been there. You have simply been too afraid to use it. You have been standing in the doorway, waiting for an invitation to enter, when the whole world was outside waiting for you to conquer it. The door is open. The path is clear. Silence is your weapon. Absence is your shield. Walk away from the disrespect. Walk away from the indifference. Walk away from the version of you that tolerates mediocrity, and as you walk, listen to the silence. It is not empty. It is full of potential. It is full of the sound of your own life beginning. You are the strategist. You are the architect. You are the one who decides who stays and who goes. And right now, you are leaving.